Nights out under the sky, watching stars align. Days of making sweet honey, Melissa lemon balm. Nights as warm as your breath on my chest, so calm. Now baby, let the summer breeze carry us away. Let the summer breeze carry us away, baby.
We're having a wonderful lunch at Thank You at City Walk. Oh, thank you, chopsticks. I love to eat with chopsticks. We're having lunch at City Walk, and I'm talking with Abraham Joseph over lunch, and this was kind of impromptu, but we were talking about how you feel there's a shift in consciousness.
It's a real shift. It's evolving. I mean, if I look at people's attire, there is almost people are re-embracing a lot of the clothing that was used during the Egyptian era, so to speak. You have men starting to wear cloths around their hair.
You know who's doing that? The person that was married to Mariah Carey.
So there is a trend in that direction.
And I noticed him. I'm like, why is he wearing? If you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. Why is he wearing a turban on his head?
There you go.
And he's hosting like 2 or 3 different shows.
Right.
And he's wearing a turban. Mariah Carey's ex-husband. No, go ahead.
The TV host?
Huh?
The host?
Yeah, and he's a host, and he also is like a host for another show, and his name is going to come to me in a moment. He's one person I have interviewed him. I was going to say he's one person I haven't interviewed, but yes, I have. But I've never interviewed Mariah, but I have interviewed him before. It was about that was back in 1999. I interviewed him. But I would like to find out the reason why he's wearing a turban.
Nick, right?
Yes, correct.
Nick
Cannon. Like, why is he wearing the turban? And I couldn't find anywhere why he's wearing it. So is he... Oh, no. Oh, thank you. That's another thing we've gotten away from is etiquette, table manners. But it depends on what part of the country you're eating in, you know. But,
You know, that's something that, for example, with my children, no matter what, we always sat at dinner together.
that's beautiful.
Always.
That's the way it should be.
Always.
Yes.
And there was no phones were allowed, and it's always a moment to have a conversation.
I mean, nowadays people are just, they have their phones at the table and they don't even speak to each other anymore the way they used to. But that's something that we should not get away from. We should keep that custom. I really do feel that. So I didn't mean to interrupt you, but back to what you were talking about. Customs. People getting more in tune with themselves. I wonder if he's a guru now. I don't mean it in a condescending way.
No, but we are living in a time of, they call it the awakening or the reawakening. I referred to it in the interview you conducted yesterday. In terms of people deliberately having a certain awareness that they're more than just flesh and blood, so to speak. That there's more to them. One way of defining it is as we're becoming multi-dimensional beings.
I like that term.
Okay. Now, multi-dimensional is important to sort of understand. We've lived
Perfect. I love City Walk. Thank you so much. Fabulous.
We live in a 3D world, but it's actually a 4D world. Because the fourth dimension is time. It's time defined. Okay? Beyond the fourth dimension, it becomes unlimited dimension. Because
Some people believe that we do live.
so think about music. This is the way to kind of understand multi-dimensionality. When you're creating music, you have different layers of frequencies and instruments. So you have the sax, you have the guitar, you have the bass, you have the vocals, you have the trumpet, you can have the violinist, the cellist, etc. So what happens is that all of that is taking place all at the same time. So you're having a multi-dimensional experience at a single point. That's continuous. That's why music resonates with us so much, because it is the closest to where we actually come from, which is multi-dimensional.
So you believe in reincarnation?
Absolutely.
You do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you believe it's a curse if you come back as an animal, or?
No, you don't. We don't come back as animals. We come back as the same species that we are.
Oh, that's great. Oh my goodness. Better than mine could ever be.
So the soul of a human comes back as a human.
So I wanted to say, you guys, that Abraham is not lip syncing. Go ahead and show Chappelle. He doesn't lip sync when he's doing these things. I mean, he's better than the Tonight Show, but go ahead, show it.
So, as you can tell in this channel, this is me doing Dave Chappelle. I wear headsets, okay, that allow me to, I'm so connected vibrationally to sound that I can anticipate based on what I'm hearing what is going to be the next thing he's supposed to say, and the vibration also denotes of the word what the emotion he's feeling based in the context of the entire communication that's being channeled. So it's his voice, but it would appear like it's coming through my mouth because I am so connected to what I'm listening to. Which is why I was mentioning to you during our interview yesterday that all we are is vibration at the core that then evolves as part of the creation process into a thought and then into a physical thing. So every human being is vibrating at a certain frequency. So once you listen to that sound, then you're connecting to that frequency of that individual, which you then translate in a body.
There was a song that you were doing which was of the Doobie Brothers, and I know that song very, very well. And I know this song, I know it backwards and forwards, and it sounded exactly like them except for 1 millisecond. I said, that's not them, that's him.
That's them.
No. You are not lip syncing, and that's what I'm trying to say.
Right, I'm not.
You are not lip syncing. It was actually you, and it's just a phenomenal thing. Look here, you better not mimic me. I'm talking to my kids. I'm just playing with you. I'm just playing. Wow, he is. People with your abilities only show up on this earth every other lifetime, if that.
A little more. Most, I want to sort of maybe frame the conversation differently. Every person has a name, and every name is a consciousness. So before it's a person, it's a thought. Okay? The name Joseph is a big, big name in what we understand in the names of people. Joseph is among those big names. So when you have a consciousness that intentionally comes to live up to the highest meaning of that name, you're looking at thousands of years before that consciousness in its full exalted form fully manifests here. Because there's Joseph in its pure sense. It means the enlightened.
The Father of the Christ. Interesting. Makes you think. This is doing the rap, the Russian rapper.
Joseph, yeah.
It's kind of noisy here. We can't really hear it because we're having lunch. But awesome.
One of the things that I wanted to point out why I wanted to have a separate character for Russian hip hop is because Russian hip hop is more of a political movement in music than it is so in different parts of the world. It's where rap was perhaps during the time of what's that?
Tupac?
No, before Tupac.
Yeah, Easy-E. That's even before.
No, even before Easy-E. It was
That's the I know who you're talking about.
Fight the Power.
Right.
They're there.
Rush.
They're there.
Okay.
In terms of using music as a way to, as a form of political dissent, as a form of criticizing the Russian government. In fact, Vladimir Putin has started viewing rap as a potential, I wouldn't say threat, but certainly that it could be a potential source of concern.
I'm not a political person, but he was against Jehovah's Witnesses. I was raised Jehovah's Witness, and I got offended. Like, well, why is he banning Jehovah's Witnesses? And they all have to leave the country. Jehovah's Witnesses believe in God. They believe in Jesus. They're very spiritual people, but in Russia, most of the witnesses, little old ladies, had to leave the country. That's sad. But anyway, I didn't mean to get off the subject, but when it came to that, I don't think I want to visit there anytime soon. But, moving right along.
Russia as a country with a vast and very deep history. You know, one of the things that people don't realize in Russia is that over 95% of the population were serfs. But what's a serf? A serf is basically a white slave. Is any form of forced labor is slavery. You just call it different. They're different labor. Now, why I make that remark is that in their evolution as a consciousness, they move from being owned by a master or a landowner for their labor to basically being owned by the state. See, it's an evolution of an understanding of freedom. To be able to master your mind and to be able to basically...
I don't want to get into any political
No, I'm not forging into that. But I'm just simply saying, just in terms of the evolution of consciousness. So, you are free when you know that you can create your destiny. Deliberately. Because you know the power of your mind. That's an understanding of consciousness that everyone is at some different point in that understanding. The freer you are, the more deliberate you create, because you understand.
Do you have numbness in your hands sometimes? Do your hands go numb?
No, they don't. They don't.
Do you consider yourself... I'm going to ask this question another time, because I don't think you see what you basically are totally yet. It's in a positive way. You're like a modern day guru, but I'm not, I don't want to, it's a little bit more than that. To me, I'm just my own observation. But it's not, I mean, I see some of the Eastern religion crossing over into your beliefs, like from India. Have you studied Eastern religion? Or?
You know, I didn't study Eastern religion, but for whatever reason, India did play a part in my life.
Okay.
Because when I left,
Well, I did. I have
you did?
studied
Okay.
multiple religions. Yeah.
okay, well, I've always been interested by theology. I mean, I studied most sort of the major
Religions. Yeah, I studied the major religions.
and I studied the Old Testament at Oxford
Okay.
when I was much younger than I am now.
At
And-
Oxford.
At Oxford.
University.
University of
Okay.
England and St. Catherine's College.
Okay.
Okay. And then in Miami, when I moved from New York to Miami back in 2002, my ex-wife and I actually opened a beautiful showroom called Sahara Dreams.
Amazing.
And Sahara Dreams sold some of the most beautiful Indian objects you would believe. Literally, we would bring over entire stone facades and temple walls. It was exquisite. We would carry beautiful columns. There was a lot of architectural pieces and doors, because I loved the majesty of beautiful doors and pillars, etc.
Yes.
So I had I would say a small dance there with India, yet I never visited the country. And one of the things that I always knew about India was its emphasis on meditating.
Yes.
Very much a big part of their religious tradition there. And one of the things that you notice, you have it as well, but if you notice in my center, there's a bit of a dent. You see that? Like it indents a little bit. That's what they call the opening of the third eye. And that's what usually yogis aspire to have.
I told you, I felt that.
What yogis aspire to basically open as part of their practice, and they work on it years. I was able to do it through meditation, but actually accelerated it through the use of medical marijuana. Because one of the things about cannabis is that it expands your consciousness. It expands whatever you focus your consciousness on. And you see that with children, with teenagers, for example. At least, people that I knew that smoked cannabis. I didn't start smoking cannabis until I was actually in California. It wasn't a drug that had ever been appealing to me. Because in my mind, it was a drug that was associated with laziness. And the last thing I wanted to do was
That's the
lazy.
only thing I always felt the same way.
Right.
I never tried anything. Never smoked marijuana, never smoked any of the drugs. I always stayed away from it because I had a nurse's license to maintain.
Right, sure, absolutely.
And I always wanted to raise my children right.
Sure.
I wanted to remain sober raising my
Right.
children. So I can understand that.
So I waited actually until my kids were pretty well advanced in terms of age before I actually started experimenting with cannabis. But it was always seen for me a tool in terms of my meditation practice. A lot of adolescents, for example, a lot of them smoke because they just want to feel good and have fun and laugh. So that's what happens when they smoke. They laugh because intentionally that's what they already are seeing its use for. I'm intending to use this to laugh. So you laugh. I was doing it. I wanted to reduce or release my resistance more and more in order to allow things to flow in increasing amounts. And it allowed me to basically move that practice a lot farther than I had if I hadn't done it without it. In fact, I have we're still on?
Yeah. You have Okay, we're going to end this. We'll be back with another episode. Delicious food, by the way.